Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It is about 5:15 in the morning. Got an early start today. Already let the dogs out. Who let the dogs out? I did, because I'm the only one that lives here and they're my dogs. You can see out here it is still pitch dark. Surprisingly, they already wanted to go outside. So today we're going to be working on the bathroom. I don't really show in here too often because this was my storage for the longest time, and when you're working in a small house you kind of have to move stuff around and just make do with what you have. And finally made my way into the bathroom. Yesterday I went in and I caulked all the edges in here. This is where the vanity's going to go. You're looking at about almost 3 foot wide by about 4 feet deep. I went and caulked all the corners and all that good stuff over there. This is where my TV's going to go. Yes, I'm going to have a TV in my bathroom because I'm a single dude. Why the hell not? I could probably fit a little 32 inch in here. That's why we have the connections right there. Came in and caulked all around here where the shower's going to go. Not the best at drywall. There were some bigger cracks up top. Went ahead and filled in all that good stuff. And then yesterday hung up some cement board in here. This is the only part of the shower that's going to have the cement board. The reason I have that there, when we put the bathtub in down here, there was still a little bit of a gap on this side. So I went ahead and got, as you can see right there, 1/4 inch. It was pretty much fit perfect in there. Got that hooked up. I'll have the shower head up top, the faucet stuff down there. Picked up all the handles and all that good stuff, and all the tubing. Cut out a hole down there. We're getting ready to start doing the plumbing. But in the meantime, I think what I'm gonna do is finish taping and floating everything. I'm not gonna tape and float this whole section over here where the shower's gonna go, because we're gonna do from the bottom or the top of the tub all the way through the ceiling is gonna have tile in it. So this whole section will be tiled out minus the ceiling. So that's the only spot that I need to tape and float, and luckily for me that's a nice little seam right there, so that'll be easy to work with. And then what I'll do is I'll finish out the rest of this little section over here, hopefully before Dad and them get here, if he's feeling better today. It's just kind of off and on. Some days are better than others, and like I said, they were here yesterday for pretty much most of the day. We were bombing their house. We've had issues with little black ants here recently, so Mom and I went to DG, picked up some of the little fogger bombs, and bombed their house, and it seemed like it did the trick. I did that to my house last week, and it seemed to work over here. So luckily we live right next door to each other, so if we need to go to each other's houses, it's not that far. So anyways, I'm done talking for this portion. I'm gonna go in here and tape and float everything, so hopefully the next time you see this, it'll all be taped and floated, and I'll maybe even put those lights in. Right now they're just kind of hanging down, as you can see. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. Let's get to work. All right, you can see the sun's out. I would say, well, I don't have any guns, so I guess they're not out. But anyways, did the first coat, taping and floating. There are some screws along the edges and stuff that I did not do on purpose because they're gonna be covered up. Same thing back here where the shower is. All that's gonna be tiled out, so there's no point in covering all that stuff up. Taped and floated the 2 seams right over there. Got most of the screws here that need to be covered up. Still need to screw in a couple more a little bit deeper up there by the light. And then like I said, got that section over there done. So anyways, that's what I got going on right now. I'm gonna drink a little bit more coffee and then head over to Mom and Dad's now that the sun's up. Check in, see how they're doing. Probably let the dogs in or see what they're doing. I think they were playing out in the pond earlier. So we'll check back in here in a bit. But I rescued this little guy right here. Was out in my pond looking like it was struggling. And I'd let the dogs out, and Tucker kind of ran after it and had to stop him so he didn't end up hurting the bird. But hey, you're okay. You're okay. Yeah, it was running around the yard trying to fly, and it seemed like it couldn't. And then it went to the middle of the pond where the dogs wouldn't get to it. And I got my little scoop net and got him. Just trying to calm it down real quick. I'm gonna let it out in the main pond here in a second. But you can see Tucker right there at the window saying, "Let me in." You're okay. You're okay. Sometimes these animals just need a little bit of help, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. Let it out in the main pond, and like I said, I'll be on my way and let it be on its way. So let's go release it. Hopefully it does good. I know. Shh, just calm down. Pretty little bird. Poor thing. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on the island real quick and let it go on the other side so the dogs won't see me release it. Got the goats out here early morning. What's up, guys? All right, let's get down here real quick and I'll release it and see what happens. So hopefully it survives. Good luck, little guy or girl. I don't want to misgender you. I know, I'm sorry. All right. One good deed for the day. Good luck, my little friend. You can see all the little minnows and stuff jumping around it. There you go. Stretch your wings. Good luck, my friend. All right, so it's a little bit later in the day. I made the mistake of letting my chickens out and keeping them out for a while. And unfortunately, y'all know how chickens are. If you've seen my videos, you always notice that they're always back here on the back porch, shitting everywhere basically. And I got tired of it. The shit just has to go. And I went ahead and locked them back up, back in their pen, came back out here and cleaned up the back porch. This is all the leftover wood from all the previous builds here recently. Got it all nice and stacked up. I still need a pressure wash back here, but I got everything cleaned up pretty good, hosed it all off. Like I said, I just got a pressure wash back here and get all the extra little stains and stuff off, which shouldn't be that much, but we'll go check in on the chickens, see how they're doing back in their pen area. I also hooked up a new faucet out here where my future garage carport's gonna go. Just something simple, nothing too crazy. It'll be able to reach straight over there to the chicken pen, and you can get an idea of where it is compared to the house. So this is where the carport garage is going to go. Eventually, when I get to that point of building, still want to get a little bit further on the house before I start another new big project. Just trying to get one thing done at a time, people. And when you're paying for everything out of pocket, it takes time. So anyways, let's check in on these little boogers and see how they're doing. What's up, guys? Where y'all at? Ouch. Chick, 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 chick. Nobody in there? Nobody in there? Are y'all underneath? Yep. I see y'all back there hiding. Get ready for some food? Huh? And there's the inside of their little pen that I made. I need to hang this up so they can perch on it again. There's a little bit of grass that grew back in since letting them out. But I really need to get another water source out here. I have this little barrel right here that kind of loses water pretty quickly, and then that cement trough over there does the same thing. So I need to figure out another kind of water that can sustain them for a while. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some food for them. Look at me being the little homesteader. I'll do this shot like everybody else does. You got to put it down in there and scoop, otherwise it didn't happen. We'll give them a little more, why not? My chickens aren't on a diet. Alright, now y'all know I fed them because I showed it. I think this is what homesteaders do like this. They hold it out, do that, and then they got to show you feeding them that way. You know that we actually feed our animals. Come on, guys. Throw some back there for them so they can free range throughout the day too. And then I'll keep that right there, and chicken should be good to go. What's up, Tuck? What's up, Daisy? You were trying to chase that little bird, weren't you, huh? Crazy little dog. Got a lot of yard work done here recently. Filled up the pond in the front. I was going to show you guys, some people were asking about the firecracker plants, banana plants, and canna lilies I planted along the side of the house. I went ahead and I cut them back down even further. They were starting to shoot out leaves, but I've replanted these plants before, and I know that once I put them in, they start shooting out the leaves. Go back and top them off, and they'll be a little bit bushier. So they do not look like much. They just look like little ass sticks, but there's little green leaves on it. So within the end of the month, by the end of the month, these things should be nice and big. Canna lilies are damn near impossible to kill. And then you can see the banana is shooting out a new leaf out the top, so that thing's gonna survive. Might not look the best right now, but give it a little bit of time. Like I said, they are shooting out green leaves. If you don't sit on them and kill them all, big boy. Like I said, that one looks pretty good. It is very, very humid today. Probably gonna top out close to 100 again. Heat index well over 100. That's just typical down here for summertime. Shout out to UPS. Maybe they dropped off a package. What's up, buddy? Like I said, I filled their pond up, and this is the reason I made this pond for these dogs. Get in, Days. Y'all know how big Tucker is, and you can see how deep that pond is. Just tons of minnows in there. I don't know if you can see them on camera or not, but just thousands of them in here. What's up, buddy? Didn't like that, huh? Swallowed too much water? Good boy, shake it off. These are some more bananas that I transplanted. These are some of the pups from my big banana tree. Crepe myrtle's looking good. Another banana tree. Another crepe myrtle. This should look pretty nice when you drive by the property. You'll see all this growing up real big, put off a little color. And then, like I said, this thing has been shooting out tons of flowers. The moringa tree. Making teas with the flowers is the best part. You can see that big bee right there going around getting some of the flowers. All right, I'll back up so you can get back on there. I apologize. Just tons and tons of flowers in these things. Y'all saw how big they were when I planted them in. Once they froze back this year, dang near back to the ground, and there they are, that tall already. Head back in real quick. It's been a minute. We'll see how the bathroom's looking. I don't think it's dry enough yet. I may need to put a box fan in there and circulate the air and see if it'll help dry it out a little bit quicker. But yeah, it's definitely nice having my back porch again and not have to worry about chicken crap everywhere. Maybe I'll title the video, you guys like some crazy titles. Maybe if I name it something about this SHIT has got to go or something like that, and I'll put like S * T or something like that in the title, and I'll make like a serious face or something. I bet you look down on the video after one day, look at the comments on this one and the views, and then look at the next one, and you'll be able to see a difference, because people say they don't like drama, but they sure will click on it. But once again, I have a back porch again, yes! Don't have to worry about stepping in chicken shit. All right, guys, that's pretty much gonna wrap up today's video. Once again, Dad has his therapy at 11:30 today. After that, I think he's gonna come over and, like I said, we'll look at this plumbing, try to get that taken care of. Got to drill out where all the faucets and everything are gonna go down in there. Make sure that the drain and everything's hooked up, and then I'm probably gonna go in right there and go ahead and sheetrock the inside of that where all the shampoos and stuff would go. So a little bit of work off camera, a little bit of work on camera, and a little bit of walking and talking. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Tomorrow, Dad goes back for a second radiation treatment, and I think they're also gonna inject something to help strengthen his bones as well. So prayers for Dad once again. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Take me back to South Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.